Liga plays alongside Eder Militao in central defence. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And lining up through the middle in attack today is Kylian Mbappe. Delivering it. And a time for calm on the ball. Rudiger. Aimed towards Mbappe. And just wide of the post with the header. Here's the Girona starting 11. Thomas Lemar starts with Viktor Tsigankov on the flanks. And a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Cristian Stuani. The main priority was to get it out of there. Vinicius Junior. Nice looking move this. And just like that, broken up.
Well, they've defended that really well. They look very organised there.
Rudiger. Bellingham. Oh, good idea. And Bellingham. You can almost see their opponents racking their brains. How do we stop this? A real opening now. Oh, a golden chance wasted. Barely made the keeper work. That's effective pressure. High up the pitch. Simple for the keeper dealing with that long-range effort. Tsigankov. Arnau Martinez. On to Stuani. Promising pass. That's a good pass. Still alive. Ladislav Krejci. And here's Lemar. Eyeing an opening.
Now, where's the penetration?
Might be onto something with that ball. And a chance to whip it in here. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. And the flag is up. Offside.
Well, that's just a lack of awareness. He was clearly in an offside position.
Martinez. Here's Blind now. Yangel Herrera. Lemar. Herrera. Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in the future? Just lost the momentum.
They didn't allow that to develop, did they? Good organisation, I would say.
Valverde. Bellingham. Rudiger has it. Federico Valverde. Now Eder Militao. Eder Militao. And Valverde. distributing it well. And there to intervene. And space to run into. Too easy, far too easy. And he's in an offside position. Chouameni. Now with Bellingham. Aurelien Chouameni. Vinicius Junior. And Bellingham. Rudiger. Real find themselves in a position of menace. Well, it's a textbook example of dynamic passing.
Yeah, they move the ball so well.
Eder Militao. Looking for the final pass that will open things up. Interesting pass. And there is the goal that gives them a well-merited lead. It had been coming. Zigankov. Martin. And here's Lamar. Effective looking pass.
Yeah, what a good ball that was.
Options in the centre. Could be threatening. Herrera. That might help them. Christian Stuani. Very effective pass. Ivan Martin. And good anticipation. Valverde. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni. Now Eder Militao. Jude Bellingham. Looking good again.
Well, I have to say their passing is so crisp and sharp at the moment.
Now they have possession in a good area of the pitch. Valverde and Bellingham. Maybe dangerous here. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. Sitting deep here, that's their intention. Federico Valverde. Mbappe with it. Good pass. Bellingham. Might lead to a chance. Chouameni. Aurelien Chouameni. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well read to ease the pressure. It's a neat move. Oh, that's splendid play. Now with Bellingham. Good-looking move. Intercepted effortlessly. Eder Militao. In a decent position. Could cross it in here. Well, this could really help the cause. Oh, that's super defending.
Yeah, positioning spot on there.
Now the counter-attack looks on. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Martin. Moving the ball well here. Now to level it. And power over subtlety. He's hit the woodwork.
Well, he made decent contact with it, but he has to score from that range.
Vinicius Junior. Promising attack. Using his strength to shield the ball. Had a chance to whip it in here. I think he'll be kicking himself. Ruled offside.
Well, his instinct should have told him he was offside there. He has to be more alert in the box.
Martinez. Well, good idea. And a clever piece of defending. Valverde. Happy to play keep ball, and why not?
Well, they're making it look so easy here, aren't they?
Another good-looking attack. Now opening things up. And an opening. Well, not clear yet. And he gobbles up the second chance. Disappointment for the keeper. No wonder he's asking questions of his defence.
The keeper can't do much more, can he? That was an excellent save to start with.
So 2-0 now. Martin. And a disappointing pass.
That was far too easily given away.
Bellingham. Well, that's really strong play to keep hold of the ball. Read that pass all the way, cutting it out. Mbappe. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Herrera. Wasteful again in possession. Jude Bellingham. Rudiger has it. Well, sitting deep and just trying to form a really coherent block. Oh, nice ball. Trying his luck. Oh, still danger here. Ivan Martin. Yangel Herrera. Martin. Well, they keep working away, looking for an opening. Mbappe. Here's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. And Valverde. And nothing comes of this attack.
Yeah, right place at the right time there. Good defending.
Well, possession keeps on changing hands. That's problematic. Blind couldn't keep it. Oh, great piece of individual skill. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. A chance perhaps. Excellent block. Vinicius Junior. Can they set up a chance? Over the touchline for a throw-in.
Well, Real Madrid have certainly dominated the ball, as you can see, and have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more of the same as the game goes on.
Jude Bellingham. Tchouaméni. On the ball, Rudiger. Aurélien Tchouaméni. And Valverde. Able to skip past his man. Lovely ball. Federico Valverde. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Mbappe in the centre. Well, they couldn't keep hold of it. Tsigankov. Almost at half-time, and they're making home advantage count, I think it's fair to say. Your thoughts?
Well, they've dominated this first half. Their approach play, their cleverness around the box and the finishing have been excellent. They just need to continue this going into the second period.
Martinez. Impressive build-up. Nicely played. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Valverde. Kylian Mbappe. Now with Bellingham. Eder Militao. Rudiger. Now Eder Militao. Federico Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Jude Bellingham. And Valverde. Oh, useful ball. Credit to them for winning back possession. Bellingham. Now Eder Militao. Valverde. Aurélien Tchouaméni. And Valverde. Tchouaméni. Real Madrid have given us away. Vinicius Junior. Chouameni. And can they prize them open now? They just couldn't play that decisive ball. That's really good and effective physical play.
Just used his strength there.
Herrera. It's a nice looking ball. But at one point on its flight, I wondered if the keeper would have difficulties, but no problems in the end. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. Chouameni. On the ball, Rudiger. Federico Valverde. Jude Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. And a goal to increase their advantage to 3. Can they be stopped?
Well, they have to defend better than that. They just don't deal with the danger, do they?
The first half here comes to an end. And away they go again, and quite honestly, a huge gulf between the sides. Viktor Tsigankov. Well, not the greatest pass, easily intercepted. Jude Bellingham. And Valverde. Good-looking move. And credit due, a good intervention.
That was excellent defending.
Rudiger. And Valverde. On the ball, Rudiger. Well, plays with a positional sense that is second to none. Tsigankov. Well, plenty of green space to run into. Interesting pass. Mbappe. A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick.
Well, as the replay shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him.
A lopsided contest, 4-0. Chance here, and I'll tell you what, that didn't miss by much. A struggle for Real Madrid to hang on to the ball. Martin. Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Herrera. Ivan Martin. Arnau Martinez. And here's Lamar. Rudiger. Here's Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Well, breaking at pace is always a possibility. Nice looking move, this. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Jude Bellingham. Here's Mbappe. Decent position. Oh, this could be menacing.
Cambio en el Madrid. A descansar a la banda con el 15, Arda Güler. Entrará en la cancha con el 21, Brahim.
Well, he certainly made his mark on the game, and now the manager is making a switch. Nothing wrong with the idea on the free kick, but the goalkeeper has it. And there's the delivery. Well, something pre-planned there, and it wasn't a bad header.
It certainly wasn't, but having got there, he might be a bit disappointed with that.
Martinez. Yangel Herrera. Christian Stuani. Well, timed his challenge magnificently. Valverde. Federico Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. That's a good-looking ball. And snuffed out the danger immediately. Might lead to a chance. Takes aim. Oh, fully stretched. Who can he pick out? Very effective pass. Real Madrid have given us away. Arnau Martinez. Oh, that's a really good pass. And keeping possession. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. looks useful. It's now with Van de Beek. Tsigankov. Fine cross into the middle. Well, that attack collapsed completely. Brahim. Here's Valverde. Good strong play on the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Ángel Herrera. Lemar. Martin. And Blint. Victor Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Ángel Herrera. And he read it well. Alexander-Arnold. And Bellingham. Theme emerging of wasted possession. That's really good and effective physical play. Untidy little passage in midfield there.
Well, I have to say, I've seen both these teams pass it better.
Christian Stuani. Oh, useful ball. On to Van de Beek. Oh, moving it nicely. Well, read that magnificently. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Happy to play keep ball, and why not? Well, that's common sense refereeing to play advantage. Lemar. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Tchouaméni. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao. Kylian Mbappe. Here's Valverde. Brahim. Vinicius Junior. Oh, they'll be disappointed. It looked promising. Ladislav Krejci. There to take it away. Could be threatening. Oh, it almost did the trick for them. Great defending. Jude Bellingham. Mbappe with it. Given away by Real Madrid. Ángel Herrera. Martinez. Herrera. Tsigankov. Composed play in possession. Oh, that's splendid play. High pressing and good high pressing. Shielding the ball superbly. Into the final 20 minutes. Krejci. And here's Lemar. Van de Beek. Herrera. It's now with Van de Beek. And snuffing out the danger. Could pose a threat on the counter. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Ivan Martin. And that is a below par pass. Well, that's how to shield the ball and control it. Teammates in the middle. Well, quite simply not precise enough from that position. Substitution for Real Madrid. And there to intervene. Lemar. Ángel Herrera. Martin. Well, that one has promise. Real Madrid doing well to regain possession here. Not giving it away. Rudiger. Mbappe with it. Lovely weight. Oh, really crisp effort, but just wide. And they've played their way into trouble. Lifting in off the flank. Herrera. Martin. Onto Estuani. Sigankov. Waiting for support.
Just allows the team to get up the pitch, doesn't it?
Promising possession, this. Oh, great defending. Krejci. And here's Lemar. Ángel Herrera. Lemar. Herrera. Onto Estuani. Could be troublesome. Well, a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end. Eder Militao. Now Eder Militao is with Vinicius Junior. Brahim. And Valverde. Brahim. Now with Bellingham. Oh, that's a clever ball. Well, a bad pass it was. Just wasn't going to give that ball away. Ivan Martin. Just 10 minutes remaining here. Martin. Decent position. Well, a touch too heavy there. Jude Bellingham. Victor Tsigankov. Ángel Herrera. Tsigankov. And flag raised, offside.
Well, that was always going to be offside. He just needed to hold on to the ball that little bit longer.
Clever defending. Martinez. Yangel Herrera. Victor Tsigankov. Onto Estuani. Genuine chance. Now a decent position. Lamar. Herrera. Victor Tsigankov. Well, this could really help the cause. Oh dear, up a dead end. It was promising. Martinez. And possession given away. Brahim. Might lead to a chance. Brahim Diaz now. Well, had no intention of losing out. Yangel Herrera. Ivan Martin. And here's Lamar. Herrera is now with Van de Beek. Could be threatening. Oh, it comes to nothing in the end. Really should have made more of that.
Yeah, that was a lost opportunity, wasn't it?
Bellingham. Brahim. Now with Bellingham. Brahim. That's a good-looking ball. Oh! Burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let-up here.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And once he gets onto it, there's only going to be one outcome. It's a lovely goal.
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Lamar. Onto Van de Beek. And take it away. Ball retention is often part of it. Chouameni. Now with Bellingham. Valverde. Bellingham. Brahim. On the ball, Rudiger. Showing a great defensive instinct. The referee's verdict is 3 additional minutes. Federico Valverde. Tsigankov. Well, that's really strong play to keep hold of the ball. Lamar. Martin. Tsigankov. Well, shielding the ball admirably. Oh, but they've lost it now. Bellingham. Rudiger. Here's Valverde. And possibilities here. Well, not giving the opposition a look in. That's strong play. It's a neat move. And look at this! And did just enough defensively. This looks interesting. Alexander-Arnold. Cutting in. And that will be all for this game. Defeat for the visitors. And welcome to the Spanish capital, Madrid. We're here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary box, providing expert analysis, is Stuart Robson. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Spanish top flight, La Liga. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, I'm excited by this encounter today. Both teams have a good game plan, both teams can be physical, and both teams have creative players. It could be a case of who wants it more.
And here's the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Antonio Rudiger plays alongside Eder Militao in central defence. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And handed the task of playing up front today is Kylian Mbappe. He read it well defensively. And here's the Girona starting 11. Thomas Lemar starts with Victor Tsigankov on the flanks. And a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Christian Stuani. Chouameni. What can Real do from this position? And the keeper able to hold on to it. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe! And collected with considerable ease. Emphasis on the clearance, a good one.
Yeah, that certainly cleared the danger, didn't it?
Martin. And good anticipation. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Oh, good idea. Jude Bellingham. Decent position. Looking for the angle. Crossing possibilities. The delivery. Valverde. Chouameni. And Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Rudiger. Excellent defending. Ivan Martin. Good looking move. And after the cross, a tremendous block. Great effort to keep that one in play. So a throw in for Real Madrid. Rudiger. Eder Militao. Realising that it might be opening up on the opposite flank.
Yeah, good change of play there. Just makes it difficult to defend.
Valverde. And Bellingham. Federico Valverde. And can they prize them open now? Jude Bellingham. Well, it's pass after pass, keeping their opponents thinking. Federico Valverde. Intercepted effortlessly. Tsigankov. Martin. Victor Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. And take it away.
Excellent reading of the situation.
An exciting talent who has everything a forward needs to be successful. What are you expecting to see from Mbappe?
Well, no matter what defensive structure you put up, this man can destroy it with his blistering pace, both with and without the ball. He's so exhilarating to watch.
Eder Militao. Well, he's given us away. Christian Stuani. Will it happen for them? And defensive play to be applauded. He has teammates around him, distributing it well. And that's comfortably gathered. Federico Valverde. Can they set up a chance? Well, just narrowly over the crossbar. Good hit, though. Eder Militao. Good looking pass. That's a good ball. Kylian Mbappe. Valverde. And Bellingham. Lovely intricate passing.
Yeah, they're so hard to play against.
It looked as though they had attacking momentum, but not so. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Oh, couldn't quite find his teammate. Oh, this looks useful. Victor Tsigankov. Well, can they open up the defence here? Superbly read and executed. Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Federico Valverde. Now the defenders know they need to get tighter. The cross is on. And that is always the problem with a bicycle kick attempt. You never quite know if it's going to come off for you.
Well, he never looked in the right position to strike that well, did he?
Well, did well to win the ball back. Well, sitting deep here, almost inviting the pressure.
I'm not sure this is the right way to go. Can easily get penned in here.
It's a neat move. How did they let that attack come to an end? It needs an accurate cross. That's a good-looking ball. Monster piece of defending. Martin. And here's Lemar. Christian Stuani. Moving the ball more than decently, but can they take the lead? A corner will ensue. Now sending it in. Oh, the goalkeeper did well to hang on to that one. Federico Valverde. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Eder Militao. Chouameni and Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Really inventive stuff from Real here. Well, had no intention of losing out.
Shields the ball so well, doesn't he?
A gift for any goalkeeper. Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Ball retention so important. Mbappe. Must take the lead here. High quality defending. Now opening things up. And that's a very good parry.
Well, Real have had so much of the ball in the last 15 minutes and have looked great going forward. They just need to take one of the chances they've created to get themselves ahead today.
That's a routine take. Herrera. And here's Lemar. And space to run into. Krejci. Ángel Herrera. Now with Stuani. Lemar. Well, they keep passing away. Targets available. Cross comes in. Oh, not a cross that will live long in the memory. Goal kick. Well, they lost custody of it. Herrera. And here's Lemar. Might lead to a chance. Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity.
I think they could have done better there.
Eder Militao. Now with Bellingham. Rudiger. And credit due, a good intervention. Viktor Tsigankov. Well, it's all about passing as they try to hit the front. Can he put them in front? strength to shield the ball. Valverde. Eder Militao. Giving it away. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. Promising pass. And he read that brilliantly at the back.
Yeah, that was well read.
Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Real did well to regain control of the ball. Federico Valverde. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Nice looking move this. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Very effective passing sequence. Jude Bellingham. It's with Vinicius Junior. Federico Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Just the challenge that was required. Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. And good work from Real Madrid to win the ball back. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Now relying very much on their passing game in a bid to take the lead. Bellingham. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Tsigankov. Well, I think just lost his focus for a second, and a throw-in conceded. Valverde. Is with Vinicius Junior. And running it back. Martin. Martinez. On to Estuani. Lamar. And given acres of space to attack here. Moving the ball really well here. An alert piece of defending. Valverde. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Federico Valverde. Rudiger. Is with Vinicius Junior. Aurelien Tchouameni. And Bellingham. And very nicely positioned to win it back. And Scott to attack. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Rudiger. Now with Bellingham. Mbappe. Tchouameni. Jude Bellingham. It's with Vinicius Junior. Will it happen for them? And you need your defender to take charge. Lamar. Herrera. Trying to tee it up. Moving the ball more than decently, but can they take the lead?
They just need a bit more penetration, that's for sure.
Kylian Mbappe. Now with Bellingham. Mbappe. Valverde. Can they jump in front? There it is! The first goal of the game, and the lead certainly doesn't flatter them. Good value for it.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And then it's a pretty tidy finish too. Hits it hard, he hits it low, and it just makes it difficult for the keeper. A really nice goal.
Back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Viktor Tsigankov. Herrera. Krejci. Yangel Herrera. And intercepts again. Oh, nice work to get past his opponent.
Well, that's the way to beat an opponent.
Could be a chance to break. Ivan Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. Well, he's been forced out of play this time. Vinicius Junior. Danger building. And the flag has gone up here, offside the decision. Just like that, they have the ball again. Not a very good challenge, and he skips past his man. Well, he was able to make amends. Aurelien Tchouameni. And Valverde. And the first half is in the history books here at the Bernabeu. Second half excitement to come, we hope, here at the Bernabeu. Good bit of ball winning. Alexander-Arnold. And Valverde. Well, when you have the lead, you can play in this manner, keeping the ball like this. Lynch. Viktor Tsigankov. And he saw the situation developing. Bellingham. And it's played into the centre. And coolly done despite the mounting pressure. Eder Militao. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Intercepted effortlessly. Referee deciding to give the free kick. Ivan Martin. Promising possession, this. Daily blitz. And the pass deftly cut out. Federico Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Rudiger has it. Playing with patience.
But they need to find that extra bit of guile.
Very quick thinking there. Sigankov. Ivan Martin. Donny van de Beek. Martin. And here's Lamar. Yangel Herrera. On to Van de Beek. Martin. Sigankov. Martinez. Interesting pass. He's in with a chance. And they've done it to square the game once again. Exhilarating.
Well, just look at this. He gives the goalkeeper no chance there. That's just gone in off the crossbar. That's a very good finish.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level. Vinicius Junior. A very good tackle. Vinicius Junior. On the ball, Rudiger. Is with Vinicius Junior. Rudiger. Aurelien Tchouameni. Eder Militao. Eder Militao. Kylian Mbappe. Now with Bellingham. That might help them. Mbappe. Quick thinking to win it back. Sigankov. Ivan Martin. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. Ladislav Krejci. Martin. Arnau Martinez. Herrera. Read that pass all the way, cutting it out. Fine run from Mbappe. And in with a real chance. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved!
Well, let's take another look at this pass from Mbappe. He has so much vision, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
So on with the match. 2-1 is the scoreline. What's going to happen next? Ángel Herrera. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Ladislav Krejci. Ángel Herrera. On to Van de Beek. Herrera. Tchouaméni. 30 minutes left for play. Blint. And danger averted. Well read. Alexander-Arnold. It's a neat move. Confident play. That's really good and effective physical play. But just like that, possession changes hands. Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Another good-looking attack. And threaded through by Mbappe. Well, that's how to shield the ball and control it. Well, a pair of steady hands in evidence. Herrera doing everything possible to keep possession. Ángel Herrera. And here's Lamar. Christian Stuani. Donny van de Beek. It needs an accurate cross. Very effective pass. Showing penalty. Well, no booking on this occasion.
Yeah, a bit surprising not to see a card for that.
Well, Real Madrid are going to make the change now. An opportunity to level matters. And there it is! Perfectly executed.
Well, he sees the keeper going a fraction early and just strokes it into the other side. Nice finish.
So back underway, and I have to say, this game is everything I hoped it would be. Rudiger. Here's Valverde. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And they'll be happy to have regained possession. Viktor Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Arnau Martinez. Attacking with vigour. Such an ambitious run. Christian Stuani. No panic, just passing. Lamar. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Now, can they hit them on the counter? Alexander-Arnold. Genuine chance. Looking to double his tally, but denied on this occasion.
Yeah, you're right. He could have had another one there. He's playing well, no doubt about that.
Short corner favoured. Well, shielding the ball admirably. Rudiger. Is it going to be? Superb defensive judgment to end the attack. Viktor Tsigankov. Martinez. Tsigankov. Yangel Herrera. Ivan Martin. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And now Rodrigo. The ball back with Real now. Well, had no intention of losing out. And decent acreage for Real Madrid to run into. And Bellingham. Well, just the tackle that was needed. And into the last 20 minutes. Mbappe. And Bellingham. It's looking promising. Good passage of play. Just cutting off the supply. Determined not to give it away. Bellingham. Very quick thinking there. Could be a chance to break. Herrera. Martin. Oh, got into position brilliantly. Good through ball. Alexander-Arnold. Lemar. Martin. And now back with the keeper. Ivan Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. And the pass deftly cut out. Carvajal. Federico Valverde. Well, it's a pretty low line at the moment. Chouameni. Really effective shielding under pressure. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely played. And rattling the post. Oh, yes! A goal! Exactly what they were looking for. And he's come up with it.
Well, just take another look at this, because he reacts so well and he then keeps his composure. It's a good finish.
So underway again, and time is tight if they have designs on a comeback. Lemar. And here's Lemar. Here's Blint now. Viktor Tsigankov. Disappointing pass.
Well, not what he was looking for there.
Well, that's really strong play to keep hold of the ball. Ladislav Krejci. Tsigankov. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. Lamar. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Alexander-Arnold. And now Rodrigo. Well, when you have the lead, you can play in this manner, keeping the ball like this. Valverde. And now Rodrigo. Jude Bellingham. Here's Carvajal. Federico Valverde. Danger here as he runs at them. But nothing comes of it. Had no interest in losing possession. Valverde. Bellingham! Jude Bellingham. Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Well, that's how to shield the ball. Kylian Mbappe! Well, he's placed it wide. Really close shave. Substitution time it is here. Martinez. Well, still playing here. Real Madrid want to make this a victory. Interested in your thoughts on their overall performance?
Well, their attacking play has been excellent today. However, by throwing so many players forward, they've looked vulnerable at the back, which is why this will be a nervy finish. They just need to hold on here.
And possibilities here. Well, a bad pass it was. Now the counter-attack looks on. Martinez. Now with Estuani. Tsigankov. And pressing for the equalizer. Let's see if something comes of this. Textbook defending inside the box. Really determined play to hang on to it. Composed play in possession. Well, they kept their shape defensively. Job done for now. And snuffing out the danger. Decent pass. Jude Bellingham. Valverde. Reading it through. For them. No looking back now, surely.
Well, I have to say, he's done really well here. He's in the right place and then a decent finish. That's a good goal.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Lamar. Ivan Martin. Herrera. On to Estuani. Martinez. Martin. Lamar. Van de Beek. Martinez. Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Christian Stuani. That's really good and effective physical play. Eder Militao. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Now with Bellingham. That's a good-looking ball. Not the most confident clearance. Rodrigo. No way through. An alert piece of defending. Martinez. Here's Blint now. Victor Tsigankov. Arnau Martinez. Yangel Herrera. The electronic board lets the fans know 3 minutes of stoppage time. Lemar. Tsigankov. Now with Estuani. Determined not to give it away. Herrera. Oh, danger here. Whatever way you look at that, it's been squandered. Carvajal is with Vinicius Junior, showing good situational awareness. Just wasn't going to part with the ball. Yangel Herrera. Now with Estuani. That's a lovely ball. Alexander-Arnold. Well, nothing like annoying your opponents when you have such an... And that is that, the end of the game. It goes into the books as a win. Hello and welcome to the Spanish capital, Madrid. We're here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. My name is Derek Ray, and my commentary partner on this occasion is Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on, technically speaking, one of the best leagues in the world. I'm talking, of course, about La Liga. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, as is always the case, both teams will look to control the centre of the pitch. Whichever can do that will dominate possession and probably the game. This is going to be key, I think, today.
And the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Antonio Rudiger plays alongside Eder Militao in central defence. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And handed the task of playing up front today is Kylian Mbappe. And here's the Girona starting 11. Thomas Lemar starts with Victor Tsigankov on the flanks. And a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Christian Stuani. Out of play and a Real Madrid throw-in coming up. And whipped into the box. The keeper's ball. They'll be disappointed with that delivery. Victor Tsigankov. Here's Blint now. Tsigankov. Martin. Victor Tsigankov. And here's Lemar. And successfully cut out. Jude Bellingham. Martin. Tsigankov. Chance to run at them. A fine reading of the situation. Rudiger. And Valverde. And Real's creative tendencies coming to the fore. And taking it without any trouble at all. Aurelien Tchouameni. Now with Bellingham. Oh, good idea. Can they fashion a chance?
I have to say they're looking good in these areas.
Krejci. And here's Lamar. Ladislav Krejci. Ivan Martin. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Lovely intricate passing. Ivan Martin. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. Who can he pick out? Well, nothing comes of it. Referee indicates goal kick. Valverde. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Federico Valverde. Intelligent ball. And Valverde. Federico Valverde. It's with Vinicius Junior. Jude Bellingham. Very quick thinking there. Martinez. Here's Valverde. Rudiger. Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Lovely ball.
Yeah, lovely technique with that pass.
And played in. Well, they can bring it out now. Daily Blitz. Tsigankov. Onto Estuani. And bursting forward. But quick thinking defensively. Bellingham. Rudiger. It's with Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Now with Bellingham. Rudiger. Tchouameni. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. Blitz. Martinez. Good looking move. Moving the ball well here. Well, I think a classic commentator's curse just then. Couldn't make the ideal pass. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Valverde. But he's certainly not alone. And running free here. Cross fired over. And opting for power over placement, but not the desired result. Ivan Martin. Tsigankov. And they have possession again. Aurélien Tchouameni. And Valverde. Rudiger. Vinicius Junior. And Bellingham. On the ball, Rudiger. Is with Vinicius Junior. Tchouameni. And losing possession. Ángel Herrera. Chance to do damage. Ángel Herrera. Can they open things up? And reading it absolutely superbly.
That was a vital bit of defending there.
Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao. Can they deliver here? The attack showed promise. Viktor Tsigankov. Well read to ease the pressure. Just looking to keep the shape, it seems. And teammates around him. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Vinicius Junior. So plenty of forward momentum from Real Madrid here. Will it happen for them? And a very good challenge. Flint. Martinez. Viktor Tsigankov. Great weight on the pass. Bellingham. Playing with patience. And the flag has gone up.
Well, he has to work a lot harder to stay onside there. He didn't read the situation at all.
Ángel Herrera. And here's Lamar. Martin. And he read it well defensively. Rudiger. Is with Vinicius Junior. Rudiger has it. Vinicius Junior. On the ball, Rudiger. And intercepted it. Well, they've given him too much space. Mbappe! Now that's a very good parry. Out of play, Real Madrid throw here. Rudiger is with Vinicius Junior. Chouameni. Nice looking pass. Mbappe in the centre. And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to feed on for the attackers. Martinez. Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. Well, the attack looks promising. Thoughtful play. Ángel Herrera. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Martinez. Plenty of support here, but timely defending when it mattered. Christian Stuani. Ivan Martin. Herrera. Nice sequence this. Now what can they do from here? High quality defending. Tsigankov. Well, it's all about passing as they try to hit the front. Chance to cross. Martin. That's a good-looking pass. Tsigankov. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. Vinicius Junior. Krejci. And here's Lamar. Ladislav Krejci. Getting in there to intercept. Real in a good position out wide. Chance to put them in front. Oh, good work to deny the opportunity. It's a short one. Tsigankov. Martinez. And intercepting it. Jude Bellingham. On the ball, Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Space for Real out wide. And running free here. It wasn't straightforward for the keeper, but making it look routine. Lamar. Moving the ball really well here. Good-looking move. Showing good situational awareness.
He made it look easy, didn't he?
Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. And Bellingham. Valverde. Moving the ball nicely, but can they forge ahead? Can he put it away? Oh, tremendous work from the keeper to avert the danger.
Well, the Real fans can sense a goal coming here. They're certainly creating some good opportunities now.
Well, that's a fine-looking pass. Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Tsigankov. Martin. Well, that's eye-catching wide play. Might lead to a chance. Oh, a brilliantly timed tackle when it really mattered.
Brilliant defending at such an important moment.
Jude Bellingham. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Real find themselves in a position of menace. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Martinez. Victor Tsigankov. Arnau Martinez. Over the touchline for what will be a Real Madrid throw. Rudiger. In a decent position now. Christian Stuani. Oh, good run this. Now what can he do with it? Valverde. Annoyingly, there it breaks down.
That's a good bit of defending there, isn't it?
Federico Valverde. And Bellingham. Trying to tee it up. Well, it looked so promising, but a goal kicked the outcome. And that is that. Half-time here on the... So the game is restarted, and you almost get the feeling it's a case of who's going to blink first. Herrera. Christian Stuani. Tsigankov. Oh, good idea. Not forcing the issue. Great composure. Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Can he play it in? Well, that attack collapsed completely. Vinicius Junior. And he has options available. And after the cross, a tremendous block. So the corner played into the box, and the goalkeeper really exuding confidence. And losing possession. Aurelien Tchouameni. It's one thing to sit deep, it's another thing to sit that little bit too deep.
They're just too passive with their defending now.
Well, we can give them high marks for their passing, but can they make this pressure count? Vinicius Junior. It's a neat move. Well, quite simply, the cross was too close to the keeper. Tchouameni. Couldn't keep the move going. And credit due, a good intervention. Rudiger. Vinicius Junior. A struggle for Real Madrid to hang on to the ball. And teammates around him. Federico Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Oh dear, up a dead end. It was promising. Martin. Christian Stuani. Tsigankov. Oh, moving it nicely. On to Stuani. Oh, showing good patience. Martin. And here's Lamar. Christian Stuani. High quality defending. Lamar. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Jude Bellingham. Attacking possibilities for Real. Lovely tempo here.
Well, when they pass it like this, they're not easy to play against, that's for sure.
Tsigankov. Martinez. Ivan Martin. And Blint. And Real come away with it. Federico Valverde. Can they make this count? But then the one that fails to hit its target. Lamar. Moving it forward. Good pick out of teammates. And terrific defending to stop them progressing. Really fine play to keep possession.
He uses his body so well, doesn't he?
Lamar. Krejci. And here's Lamar. Showing a good reading of the game. Alexander-Arnold. Eder Militao. Real did well to regain control of the ball. Valverde. It was a menacing attack, but tidied up. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Ladislav Krejci. Christian Stuani. Now possibilities in the centre. Can they set up a chance? Well, it's a very attractive passing sequence. And it was a good-looking sequence, but it comes to an end. Rudiger. Now Eder Militao. Aurelien Tchouameni. Alexander-Arnold. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Oh, good-looking run. Well, the threat could be there. And here's Lamar. And losing the ball there.
Well, that's how to defend the edge of the box.
Federico Valverde. And Bellingham. Mbappe. Really doing a fine job of protecting the ball. Wonderful block. Well, that's a sad end to the attack. Martinez. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Federico Valverde. Jude Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Aurelien Tchouameni. Valverde. Really inventive stuff from Real here. And nice vision. And teammates to play it to. Well, strong play here. Bellingham! In it goes! And the second time of asking, and the keeper feels hung out to dry.
That's unfortunate for the keeper because that first save was a really good one. So unlucky.
Underway again here, and this game really needed that goal. Viktor Tsigankov. Herrera. Lemar.
Madrid sale del partido con el
Krejci.
15, Arda Güler.
And here's Lemar.
En su lugar, con el 21,
It's a weighted pass. Herrera. Looking for the final pass. Determined not to give it away. Top-class defending. Vinicius Junior. Rudiger has it. Brahim. Federico Valverde. And Bellingham. Rudiger. Aurelien Tchouameni. Are there to intercept. And into the last 20 minutes. Ladislav Krejci. And here's Lemar. Krejci. Lemar. Martin. And here's Lemar. Ivan Martin. Herrera. Well, that's really strong play to keep hold of the ball. Good movement. Lemar. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Brahim. And considerable space afforded Real Madrid. And it's played into the centre. Oh, it strikes the bar. Martinez. Martin. And the defensive intervention there. Beautiful pass. Under pressure. Doesn't seem to be bothering him. Mbappe. Opportunity here. Oh, monster intervention. And that rolls through to the keeper. Lemar. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Can't really allow runs like that. Well, all doing their bit to keep them out. Alexander-Arnold. And Valverde. Can they fashion a chance? Valverde. Is with Vinicius Junior. Can they do it? Oh my word, there's excellent timing for you. What a challenge.
Well defended. That looked really dangerous, didn't it?
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Valverde. Bellingham. The struggle to keep the ball from Real. And strong play here. Lemar. Doing well to keep possession. Ivan Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. Arnau Martinez. And here's Lamar. Martin. Ivan Martin. They know what they need, and that's an equalizer here. Herrera. And playing advantage. And danger averted. Well read. Bellingham. Here's Valverde. And support available. Terrific block. Viktor Tsigankov. Well, shielding the ball admirably. And possession given away.
Well, these fans have been brilliant. Just listen to them. Surely this will inspire the players to hang on here. What a noise we've got.
Textbook example of how to cut it out. Federico Valverde. Eder Militao. Bellingham. Couldn't keep it. Arnau Martinez. Ivan Martin. Martinez. Viktor Tsigankov. Nicely timed tackle. Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. Ladislav Krejci. Well, no time to waste. Can they find an equaliser? But they dealt with the threat posed. Mbappe. Now with Bellingham. Room to roam for the Merengues here. Snuffing out the danger. Lamar. Really determined play to hang on to it. Well, that's the end of that move for now. Bellingham. And Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Federico Valverde. Not giving it away. Bellingham. What can Real do from this position? Brahim. Threading it. Oh, good hands. Full credit and away from trouble. Federico Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Valverde. This looks interesting. Taking one for the team.
Well, it's great awareness, bravery and clever positioning.
Ángel Herrera. And here's Lamar. Giving it their all in search of an equaliser. Delivered into the area here. And a time for cool heads. Vinicius Junior. Real might threaten on the flank. Is with Vinicius Junior. Brahim. And Blint. Ivan Martin. Herrera. And here's Lamar. taking it away. And there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute. Aurélien Tchouaméni. They just can't get on the ball.
Well, I have to say they're toying with them at the moment.
Jude Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Brahim. And Bellingham. Brahim. And that is the end of the contest, and not a happy outcome as far as the visitors are concerned. Well, it really is a sparkling day for football at one of the great venues in the world game, the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu in Madrid. I'm Derek Ray, and my commentary partner here on the gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on, technically speaking, one of the best leagues in the world. I'm talking, of course, about La Liga. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, this should be a decent game today. Both managers will have a game plan. Both teams have a certain style of play, and both sides will want to start quickly. I'm looking forward to this.
And the starting players for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Antonio Rudiger plays alongside Eder Militao in central defence. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And the main striker today is Kylian Mbappe. And here's the Girona starting 11. Thomas Lemar starts with Victor Tsigankov on the flanks. And a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Christian Stuani. Jude Bellingham. And quick thinking defensively.
Well, no way through there.
Herrera. Well, good idea. Lack of guile with regard to that cross. Goalkeeper's ball. Vinicius Junior. And Bellingham. Valverde on attacking possibilities. Bellingham. Now Eder Militao. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Oh, they'll be disappointed. It looked promising. Takes aim. Vigorous defending. Threat over for now, it seems. Christian Stuani. That's a good-looking pass. Can he? And what a beginning to this game. Excellent shot and a very fine save.
Yeah, that's top-quality stuff by both players.
Tchouaméni. Eder Militao is with Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Excellent run in possession. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Ángel Herrera. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Nicely constructed. Herrera. Krejci. Ángel Herrera. Good pressure to win it back. Rudiger. Now with Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Looking for the final pass that will open things up.
But they need to find that extra bit of guile.
Federico Valverde. is with Vinicius Junior. And just narrowly wide in the end. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Herrera. Ladislav Krejci will be a bit annoyed to have lost the ball. Flowing here. Had no interest in losing possession. How about the cross? Thoughtful play. And it's played into the centre. Well, in fact, a good but straightforward claim by the keeper. Viktor Tsigankov. The ball back with Real now. Herrera. Christian Stuani. Now look at this, they might be able to cash in here. And options in the centre. They couldn't find a teammate, unfortunately. And a throw-in to come. Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Federico Valverde. Eder Militao. Valverde. Good looking move. And not the best clearance. Oh, the goalkeeper did well to hang on to that one. Now they have possession in a good area of the pitch. And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to feed on for the attackers. Martinez. Viktor Tsigankov. Arnau Martinez. Real Madrid regaining possession. Well, there's a really stylish piece of running. Chance to cross. Tremendously strong in the tackle. So a throw in for Real Madrid. Tsigankov. Herrera. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. For attacking possibilities. Options in the middle. And that's expert defending.
Yeah, that was well read.
Viktor Tsigankov. Nice looking move, this. Well, nothing for them to worry about in the end. Good defending. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Now with Bellingham. Federico Valverde. And firing it. Well, nothing to split the two sides, but this move looks promising. Mbappe. Nicely cut out. Lamar. Excellent defending. Chouameni. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Jude Bellingham. Valverde. Bellingham. Well, they're moving it around with real purpose here. Must be! And that's tidy work to push it to safety. Valverde. Well, it's pass after pass, keeping their opponents thinking.
Yeah, they move the ball so well.
Valverde. Could be threatening. Good strong play on the ball. Real Madrid get the throw in. Valverde. Well, this looks really productive. What can they do from this position? Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Herrera. Can they open them up? Crossing possibilities. They'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one.